What up, folks? Welcome back to the source code. This video is going to be about how to make your own slider set and footwork, which is the #1 element you need to key on when making one. Keep an eye on the offensive line here. Most of the time in Madden, the offensive line, whether it's a running play or a passing play, the offensive line there always seems to be these gaping holes within your line. And most people don't seem to understand why that is, and it's a very simple fix once you get the foot planting down correct. And it takes adjustments in the slider sets and things of that nature. You need to have a keen eye as to when these animations are actually being triggered. And what you want to do here, as you can see in this video, is you want to have it to where the players get as close as possible before the animations trigger, because if they don't, you're gonna see these players slide together from like 3 and 4 yards away. And as you can see in this video, you can actually do it to where, you see this Baltimore Raven, he's not engaged in an animation right now, but what's supposed to happen is he's supposed to just put his hands up. He's supposed to step back. They're supposed to form the pocket, and then right here you can see he just puts his hands up, and they're not spread apart, they're not taken out of position, they're not in purgatory, and they're not in holding cells. But it's because I got the foot planting. I didn't get it 100% correct, but I got it to where, again, the animations come together more fluidly and they're not sliding together and they're not spread apart, because again, the foot planting is the #1 element you need to key on first and foremost. Run blocking success, pass blocking success, quarterback accuracy, fumbles, I think there's a tackling slider, all those things. You don't need to worry about success, because you want to put that as not #1 priority, but you want to put that second on the list, because you want to let the ratings play themselves out. And if you're messing with the success, it's going to be universal for your whole team. If you turn up the wide receiver catching, not just your #1 wide receiver will improve, but the 4th string and the 5th string also will improve. And you don't want to be doing that, because then you got to try to balance it with the CPU, and then it gets too confusing. So what you want to key in on is footwork. That's going to keep them grounded. It's going to keep reaction time much more realistic. Tomorrow I'm going to put out my slider set, and I'm also going to share with you a universal key that you can use, that I've used for every Madden slider set I've ever created. This key you can use yourself and create your own slider set. Is pretty much just a rule of thumb, how the sliders affect each other, because when you turn up, for example, quarterback accuracy, if you just increase that, it's going to have an effect in multiple areas, such as your wide receiver. Well, if you improve your quarterback accuracy, obviously your wide receiver is going to look much better. And how is that going to happen? Well, the AI system is going to slide your wide receiver into position when he's trailing behind where the pass is going to land. And what else is that? And what is that going to do to the defender, the AI system, who's defending the wide receiver? Well, he's going to end up sliding too, because pass coverage is set to a certain number, or tackling is set to a certain number, or interceptions is turned to a certain number, and the AI system is going to slide them into position, so that one slider is going to have an effect on multiple different areas. And you got to consider these different areas. But with this key I'm going to talk about in my next video, it's universal, and it can be used to create a slider set on any skill level, because I pretty much figured out how one slider affects all the rest of them, because I've been doing it so long.